All right, here we go. All right, Rep Your City. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and my other Facebook. Sorry to all my people on Facebook. I'm never over there, but I'm always over there live streaming. So here I go. Ugh. Rep Your City, Rep Your City. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. We got New Jersey in the building. 72 by 4. Good to see you. Good to see you all. I got to go and block people. I don't know how many people's blocked. I got to go. Some of them are not going to unblock anymore. I keep unblocking them. They keep being disruptive. We got Baltimore in the building. One of my favorite reggae songs, Baltimore. I think that's one of my first reggae records. Was a 45 mix of Baltimore with Sly and Robbie. Boy, I need to rap on that. Boy, I need to rap on that one. Good to see you, B Miles. B to the mid house. Baltimore's popping. You remember that song, B Miles? Boom, 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 boom. Still in the city. Boy, that boy. Hey, boy, that's a hard song right there. Sly and Robbie. Oh, my God. It's one of the best reggae songs ever made. And Nina Simone. Yeah, I'm talking about the one with Sly and Robbie. Let's see. Sly and Robbie. Where is Sly and Robbie? I don't know where it's at. It must be under Robbie. It must be. I don't know. Sly and Robbie. I don't know. I gotta find it. I don't know. I don't know where it's stuck at. I don't know where it's at. Sly and Robbie. I gotta find it. I might have it in the wrong place. I might have it in the wrong place. Sly and Robbie Shakespeare. Maybe I got it under Shakespeare. Let's see. Let me give them some props. I might got it under Shakespeare. What do I have it under? What do I have? I might got it under Shakespeare. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I got it. I don't know. Is Alabama checking in? Come on in. Come on in. Oh, they got the Tamlins on there singing. It's the Tamlins. So they must have released a version just for them because I don't see the cover. Oh, okay. Yeah, Baltimore. Just Slime Robbie. Go listen to it. Baltimore. Sly and Robbie. The Tamlins are doing the singing. Yeah, the Tamlins. I never knew that. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Think the Tamlins is doing the singing? Oh man, that song is fire. That song is fire. That's really the first time I heard about Baltimore. I was young, 1979. Yep, one of my first reggae songs because I was only 21 years old. I had just started growing my dreadlocks. Now, yep, yeah, my dreadlocks were some baby dreads. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Let me see who else is here. We got North Carolina in the building, Greensboro. We got Palm Beach in the building. We got Alabama in the building. This is my mother and father's home state, the BAM. Me and my cousin was supposed to go down there. We supposed to go down there. Come on in. I got an interesting conversation. Ooh, I might get in trouble. Boy, I be getting it. I had to take my other live down because I wilded out, but I had like a police officer over here. Some white guy. He's like, does YouTube need to know you're over here talking like that? I'm like, okay, and delete. The police is over here. Yeah, white guy came over here. He came over here like bad boy, bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they cover you? He came over here. The police. I can't wait for him to pop back up so I can block him. Snitch. Uh, so come on over here. Let me get some likes. I don't be getting no likes. Hey, so y'all got daughters? If you got daughters, give me a thumbs up. If you give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up. You got daughters? Give me a thumbs up. I got to get some action over here. Give me, if you got daughters, give me a thumbs up. Oh boy. Woo. Daughters are different. What's up with daughters? What's up with daughters? Y'all got what's up with daughters? What's up with them? What's up with daughters? I think what is up with daughters? What's up with them? It's a good time to build me a house in Alabama. Oh. Mm. I can't live in Alabama. Something wrong with me, CJ. I can't. Something wrong with me. I gotta have noise, action, you know. Uh, so something's wrong with me because I got an action and I don't even go get into action, but it's just I like to know what's out there. You know, I don't go that much anymore, but I like to know, I can. I like a whole lot of restaurants. I like to have to drive a long way to get to the other part of Chicago. And when I go outside, I like to see a whole lot of fine sisters all piled up. I don't want to be in the country. I can't live in the country. I lived in Hawaii in the hills, but I was growing. Bad boy, bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? So I was out there ducking and dodging, green harvest, the military and the county helicopters. Helicopters was looking for me. Plenty of land to grow crops. Uh, yeah, I can't. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I won't say I don't like the country. I just prefer action, city, restaurants, L trains, and like I say, a whole bunch of fine women. Y'all find women to spread out too much. Yep, that's another one. We used to play that in Hawaii. We used to harvest our green, go over, put it under our arms, an LB under this arm, an LB under this arm, get on the plane for $36, $38. The first was 27, fly from the big island to Oahu, go see the Polynesian gangsters, get like 3,000, 4,000 a piece. Go to the army surplus store, get the new army camouflage. He get the gray and white one. I get the green one. He get the beige one. Go to the music shop, buy some new instruments, fly back to the big island, throw our own concert, jump on stage, police in helicopter, search for everyone with our grower boots on, dressed like growers because we was growers, so we put on our growers outfit. Throw our own concert, the hippies and Hawaiians and Samoans and everybody come to the concert. And if you continue to burn down our herb, we gonna burn down the cane fields. You used to sing that because we were some real growers. Yeah, Birmingham is growing. I heard it's real violent out there. I heard the Mexicans got the projects. A lot of Mexicans. Yeah, I can. It's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want. Hey, I could live in L.A. before the Mexicans took over. I liked L.A. I just didn't like the ground wouldn't be still. The ground in L.A. wouldn't be still, so that's why I can't go back to L.A. They be having the earthquakes, but yeah, I gotta have Action Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I want to pick which Ethiopian restaurant I want to eat at. I want to pick out of the dozens of vegan restaurants, and like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm a girl watcher. I'm a girl watcher. Watching girls go by, my. Y'all don't know nothing about these black women in Chicago. It's popping. I'm single right now, but I might want to, I might want to get married again. I'm just saying. No offense to any lady friend that I might have out there. I mean, you're the one. I'm just imaginary. This is imaginary, baby. uh, hey, so y'all got daughters? Yeah, man, I forgot. Y'all got daughters. We're gonna start in a minute. Y'all got daughters? I got 3 daughters. Y'all got daughters? Oh my God. If you're married and you got 3 daughters, You got 4 wives. Detroit is smaller. My grandmother lived in Detroit. My great uncles lived in Detroit. I got a bunch of cousins and stuff in Detroit. But Detroit is little bitty, you know? It's a little bitty, it's cute. It's a little bitty cute, little cutie little city. You know how long it takes to drive around the whole Chicago? You know how long it takes to drive from the beginning of the north side to 127th Street? This like 3 cities. This is 3 cities in one. I swear to God. And hey, we not gonna have no Ku Klux Klan or nothing. Not here. We're not gonna have no white supremacist problems. That's another thing. You know, my army big. Yeah, my army big. So I'm safe. I feel safe in Chicago on BDGD Vice Lord. Yeah, I feel safe. I feel safe. I wouldn't feel as safe in some of these other cities. In Chicago, I feel safe. I need to go outside on the 4th of July. I need to go to the hood and go live on the 4th of July in the black community. You'll understand. You know what I'm saying? I feel safe. But we don't got Karens. You know we don't have no Karens. We don't have no Karens. But back to the daughters. I got 3 daughters. I'm not married right now, not yet. Again, that's another thing. My daughter like again, Dad. Y'all got a guy. Oh, how many black people? Ooh, a bunch. How many black Americans live in Chicago? Whoa. About 790,000. But with the metro area stuff, it's like 2 million. It's 2 million, because we basically, Harvey, all that is Chicago. So the Chicagoland area, like it's 2 million of us. Yeah, it's 2 million, 2 million, baby. 2 million black people around here. That's how much coochie. That's a lot of the coochie. I'm just saying. And then listen, I'm 68. So I got a whole plethora of like OG queens too. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of bad, like 45 to 75, bad. You're like, how old are you? You're like, I'm 72. You're like, damn. Yeah, this is the FBA headquarters. But we're going to get to the conversation. Y'all got daughters? Because I got 3 daughters. And that's like having 3 wives. They were tripped out. 7 million people. I'm talking about black people, though. They asked me about black people. Yeah, I got 3 daughters. So I'm talking to one of them. Say, Dad, what you about to do? I said, I'm finna go live. And she's like, and talk about a whole bunch of shit you don't need to be talking about. I'm like, what the hell? That's what she said. I said, girl, your grandmother passed away. Stop trying to be my mom. That's what she said. Dad, what you get ready to do? I'm finna go live and talk about a whole bunch of shit you ain't got no business talking about. That's what she said. I swear, just before I got off, I swear to God. I have to let all that go. Because they not I can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're like my parents. Like I got three mothers, well, three wives. When I was married, I had four wives, my wife and my daughters. My stepdaughters didn't try to tell me too much, but boy, mine's, oh my God. Woo, wee. That's what she told me. Behave myself when I come over here. That's what she said. I said, you know, you do get on my nerves. Bye. Click. Yeah, always trying to tell me what to do. All day, every day, if I'm around them. You know, they all out in the world, but they really bossy. And if I go too far, they will gang up on me in my messages. They will hit my phone and there's three people in my messages and they talk crazy. Yeah, daughters. So today, uh, now that I think about it, I understand why she said that. Because this conversation, I probably shouldn't have. You know, so my daughter might be right. I forgot what I was going to talk about. Oh boy. Okay, this was okay. I gotta. How do I say this? Ugh, how do I say this? This is I don't know how I say. Daddy's girls. No, they grown as hell. I ain't had no girls. Man, I ain't had no girls since. No, these is grown ass women's. I ain't had no girls since when was the last one a girl? That was a long time ago. I had girl. I don't got no more girls. My girls, my grandchildren is my girls. Oh, okay, okay. Now I gotta say this the right way. So let me ease into it. So black people, I feel we need to build our own communities. I think we need to be putting money together and building our own subdivisions in our own community. We also need to be rehabbing communities with our money. Like here in Chicago, we need to be putting our money together, go over in Inglewood, buy all the land with dilapidated houses, and go over there and build all new homes. Help the black people over there that's responsible pay for their homes. Because you don't want to pay for nobody home, they turn around and lose it anyway. But we need to start building our own neighborhoods. All right. Nice cities right outside of other cities, not out in the boondocks. Like like some of these suburbs here in Chicago, a suburb real close to Detroit, a suburb real close to Cincinnati, like right next to Cincinnati. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be building our own towns and cities. Now, why am I saying this? First, let me say rest in peace to Nolan. Rest in peace to Nolan. You know, my heart goes out to his family. And I want to say free Camilla. Free Camilla and rest in peace, Nolan. Now, these two were involved in the same type of situation. They were in an environment full of Europeans. The parents don't want to be in a bad black neighborhood. We don't have no neighborhoods. So these parents, for a better life for their sons and daughters, move into these predominantly white suburbs. But the problem is that white Americans have a race hate issue within their group. They're not racist. White people are not racist. But they have a race hate problem within their communities. And both of these young men had parents that tried to move to a nice location for a better life for their children. And both of these young men end up surrounded and in a racist environment. Nolan was around the wrong people. Carmelo was around the wrong people. Now, I'm going to break it down. When I got out of the sixth grade, just like these two young men, my parents wanted to send me to make sure I get the best education. So in seventh grade, they sent me to Zion Lutheran School. And Zion Lutheran School was a Lutheran school that was next to the church, and people that went to the church and, gave donations to the church was took the money and had a little small school. Now I can't say all of that. So they want to have the best for their children. They wanted to live in a nice place. A, a lot of the black neighborhoods are older, and some of them have a lot of crime, substance abuse problems, because where they're located and how long they've been there and the way they gentrify us and the way we're trapped, like economically. So I'm gonna give my example first. So my parents wanted to send me to a better school. The public schools was beginning to deplete. So they sent me to 99th and Winston to Zion Lutheran School. Right? Right? They sent me to Zion Lutheran School. Okay? This is Zion Lutheran School. Okay? That's the church. And on the right side, which is like behind it, is the school. I'm in the seventh grade, but I've been in the hood, the black community, which wasn't hoods back then, it was black. So I've been outside, you know what I'm saying? The seventh and eighth graders was in the same class. The fifth and sixth graders in the same class. It was a small school, so it's not a lot of children's private. So it might be like 12 seventh graders and 13, 14 eighth graders, all in the same class, and then same for the fifth and sixth graders. So I'm in the seventh grade, which, you know, I'm from outside, so I got hands. But there's a certain culture. One of the first things I noticed is one day we had art. We was doing art, and I had drew my little art, and I left it on the table, and I left. When I come back, my art was gone. But like I said, I had been outside. I wasn't a nerd. I wasn't a nerd type seventh grader. I was with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And my mama never sent me to try to save me. I had been outside with the guys, right? So I come back, my art's gone. So, because I got awareness and I be outside, I start looking to see who looking at me. And I look and I see this white guy looking at me, smile and point. So I had to go over there and do a little straightening and get my paper. He was in line, cool, but he was a seventh grader. Now he's my friend after, the right? So he's my friend now, got him. But you had these two white dudes in the eighth grade class. So you understand I'm underclassman, I'm black. It was really three haters there, but the third hater, he didn't reveal himself. It was just really two. And it was Craig and Eric. Eric was like the big wrestling. Craig was short like a greaser, like on Happy Days. So there was issues there. Now, like I said, because I've been outside in the hood on the block, even though I was in seventh grade, there was eighth grade, those issues got handled. Right? But the point I'm trying to make is there were young blacks there that had been there since first grade, second, and they were totally mentally and emotionally beat down because their parents had put them in a racial situation, in a racist situation. Now, what do I mean by racist situation? All of those children was not racist, but typically, if you're going to school with some white youth, the ones that are racist are the bullies. So the decent white children are afraid of them. Okay? So you have nobody to help you because they are the bullies. So when you send your children to that type of environment, you're sending them into a bully environment, but for them, it's going to be bullying and racism. See, these bullies, they bully the white children too. But when you're black, you become the new main target. So rather than bully their own, what they do is bully them into hating you. So even if they're not racist, the other children, they're afraid of the bully, so they have to go along with the racism. This is a fact. These are absolute facts. Now, for me, like I said, the bullies got dra dra da da. So then all the kids follow me. I was the leader of the school, but I didn't do no bullying. Everybody gonna have a good time. I debullified the bullies. Dra dra. And so everything was smooth because the other kids they follow the bully, and when I dropped the bully, the other kids feel free. Like, oh God, thank God, he dropped the bullies because I dropped the bullies, and I'm skinny. The one he was bigger than me. He was bigger than me, but a brand new softball is hard. What I'm saying? I don't want to get into it. I'm not promoting violence. This song's not about violence. I'm just saying a brand new clincher softball at full speed, to the Miznug. You know what I mean? You know? And it make you, reestablish your situation. And then also, it's a private school. Public schools is out on different days. Our parents, we're really advanced Black Americans. Our parents from Alabama, Mississippi, Texas. So in the seventh grade, we taking a bus downtown and the train. We like grown ups. That's another reason I can't live in no slow place because, when I used to go down south, so they was light years slow. Seventh grade or sixth grader in Chicago, we was going downtown by ourselves already. And downtown is far. It ain't like the little bitty town. No, this you got to take the bus, the train. We doing that in seventh grade. I'm saying that to say that public school be out different days. So my friends would be like, Stu, we gonna go downtown and get some pizza. We gonna go on Northside get some pizza. We're gonna meet you at the school. So when I would come out to school, the guys would be there, maybe three or four other guys. They see the other kids, they would come up by the school. What up, Stu? What up, man? Y'all ready? Hey, any of them giving you a problem, Stu? You know, they would come up there, and all the white kids would be out there. My friends would come up there, and they'd be like, "What up, Stu Gambling? Hey, any of them giving you a problem? Anybody like that?" So everybody would freeze. Me having leadership skills, I would look back at them, and I would tell the guys, "Nah, they cool." You know what I'm saying? This is real. Nah, they cool. But see, they did not have that. They sent them to the lion's den. I didn't want to talk about this with what the family's going through, but in both cases, them boys was in a bad situation. Nolan didn't have no black awareness. He didn't went out on the boat with a bunch of white dudes. And what happens is the bully, right? Because all of my dudes wasn't racist. All them white dudes wasn't hate. It only take one. This is what foundational Black Americans got to understand. And that one is going to make those others do what he want them to do. And all it takes is for you to like a girl or a girl that he don't want to like you or anything like that, and you will get hurt because in some cultures they do not discipline their children, and their sons feel empowered, feel like they can do whatever they want to do. That's how they be raised. And so when you take a racist bully, he's able to cause problems for you. And so both of these situations was horrible. They sent their sons into the lion's den. That's what they sent them. Black awareness is not going to help you in the lion's den. Parents got to have black awareness because the children is stuck with whatever decisions the parents make. Both cases, these young boys was out of their element. Told they were in the wrong element. They're in the wrong element. With Asians, they might not like you, but they're not going to play with you because Asians are not first class citizens. They also second and third class citizens. But young white males feel that this is all theirs, and you are in their territory, and they don't like it. They don't want you there. They don't want you there. They didn't want them boy. They didn't want Nolan there, and they didn't want Carmelo there. They didn't want them there. Their parents wanted to try to provide a better life. Don't want to have to go to the hood. I definitely understand that. But build your own. Stop running to their communities. And so these black people, for a better life, they take their kids in danger. And what happens is mommy and daddy got to go to work, so they don't got to deal with it. But you leave your babies to go into the lion's den surrounded by racism. Surrounded by it. In terms of like immigrants and black immigrants, that's why they be so weird like that. Because their parents be done sent them there and they be surrounded, so they don't really be black no more. They don't be black. Because when they put you in them environment, you change. You become a sucker. You trying to fit in. So you be like, yeah, Charlie G guys, yeah, guys, because you trying to fit in. You a kid. So you be G Willikers and all that. Blacks need to expand when they grown. You don't send your kids in you don't send your kids in there. You don't send your kids. You don't send your kids. You do not send your kids in the belly of the beast. Your kids got to be strong enough to be influential and not influenced. They got to be strong enough to be influential. For example, when my parents sent me to Zion, there was some black kids already there, right? And they suffered. They suffered in the second grade there. I'm the one freed them. Because by the time my parents sent me, there was a few more blacks there, and I was old enough and had been in the hood enough to deal with it. Now, what if my parents would have sent me and I was the only black there? That would have been horrible. The reason it wasn't so bad, because I liberated the other blacks. Like, y'all ain't got to take this. Y'all can fight. They're like, we can, y'all. So it wasn't that bad. I had a nice number of black friends. But to take your sons and send them in a predominantly white area, you're a fool. Because in those areas, they got bullies. So the decent whites can't help your child. Or they going to get picked on too. This is facts. See, If Carmelo, he was at that school too early. If he would have been at that school like 3, 4 years from now, fine. But he was there. No. Look at the situation. Was there one friend there? Did he have anybody help him? No. He was all by himself. No other black kids gathered around. They sent that baby in the devil's den. Not no help. Nobody. Sent that baby in there like that. Talking about a better life. Now he in prison. Same for this baby. He going all out on the boat and doing all this stupid stuff. And ain't nobody told him, bro, you can't go out there like that with them like that. Because all it takes is one. And usually the real racist one is the bully, and the other ones is going to follow him. There was one person that caused this man to be unalive. One, the leader of the pack. The rest of them probably didn't even want to do him like that, but they scared of the dude. So they sent him around some people that's following one dude. And if that one dude is racist and the bully, you're out of here. Because I don't want to push this like them, they was racist. They was not racist. All it takes is one to be racist, and for that racist one to be the alpha. Do black parents really be that obviously or purposely trying to associate their child with blacks? I don't know. Like, I think you said black twice. You ain't gonna have no black friends out there. I'm telling you. You ain't gonna have. When they sent me at school, only reason I had black friends because I happened to get there at the right time. All my friends that was there in second and third grade, they was beat down. They had no soul left. They was gone. They was all had nothing left. They had been treated. Imagine a third, second, third, fourth grader being treated like a racist. What they supposed to do? Imagine you seeing your baby, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, surrounded by racists. That's seventh grade, eighth grade, ninth grade. The racists, the whole goddamn school is gonna follow the racists, and you're gonna be the butt of the joke. The kids that are decent gonna be scared. They ain't gonna say nothing. They ain't gonna no white 4th-year-old gonna say nothing against no sixth grader. No white fourth grader is gonna stand up to no white bully seventh grader and eighth grader. They scared too. They gonna go along so that they don't be the victim. And then for the older blacks, it just turned them into some coons. When older blacks, when they go to them, yeah, they be sellouts. They don't be worth shit. They ain't gonna never. They going to school for nothing because they ain't gonna get no position and come back and do nothing for the neighborhood because they ain't got no soul no more. They soul gone. They ain't got no soul. You ever been around Caribbeans or Africans and them that been to them schools with them people? They don't even like black people. They be trying to act like they ain't like the other people. I swear to God. They can't stand you. Because what happened is they got to act like they hate you too to get in. They got to do that to fit in. They got to get in. That's what they got to do. Like I'm not black like Michael. I'm like you guys. A lot of times the black one might be the main one trying to bully you to be in good favor with the white bullies. These parents, they wanted to make a better way for their sons. And they don't want to live in the ghetto. They don't want to live in the projects. They want to have a nice house, nice schools. So I can't hate them on them for that. But what I'm saying is build your own. Build your own. Build your own nice homes and nice schools. And all us move there. We need all of this chasing somebody else because their school is better. Build your own damn school. That's been played out. We got the internet now. We know too much. All that running behind the other races' neighborhood, your son standing up there with them, they don't like his ass. Nobody want to say it but me. I'll be the bad guy. I ain't like that boy. You went and got on a boat with them? Why? Let's look at the facts. As a group, Black Americans hold approximately 5.6 trillion to 6.3 trillion in collective net worth and command an annual buying power projected to exceed 2.1 trillion to 2.2 trillion. So I said we had a net worth of 2.1, but that's wrong. 5.6 to 6.3 trillion that we have the availability to build our own damn neighborhoods. No, you're buying a bunch of weaves. You're buying a bunch of rims on the car. You're buying a bunch of jewelry. You're buying a bunch of bullshit. You won't put your money together and build your own community and build your own damn schools. You got plenty of money you throw away that could be collected together. It don't take no trillions of dollars to build no damn school. You can build a school with $1 million damn dollars and you got trillions. You won't even miss $1 million. You can build a school $1, $2, $3, $4 million, $10 million. You can build an excellent school for $30 million. You got big trillions. You got trillions. And you won't go build your own schools. And you run behind other people that built their neighborhood for them. They did not build that for you. But you will not build your own. And successful blacks hate their own black people. You don't see successful blacks pretend that they don't like poor blacks. But why you don't never see them do nothing with other successful blacks? Show me successful blacks getting together and doing any goddamn thing. Because I don't see it. What have blacks in Hollywood got together and did? Nothing. What have black athletes got together and did? Nothing. What have black rich business people got together and did for their people? Nothing. All black people do when they get money is try to outdo the other black. That's all you do. You don't build for your race. You stuck on your damn race. That's what you do. You stuck on your race. You want to have the best car. You want to show us your Maserati. You will not go out here with all this empty land in this country. Listen, right outside these cities, there's land. Right outside Chicago, there are failing cities that blacks could go and take the whole city. Right now, blacks could go and take Harvey, Illinois, and knock all that shit down and build a fabulous city in Harvey, Illinois right now. Right now. Right now. Blue Island. Right now. Right now, black people can go to Harvey, Illinois, right, and build the most beautiful city there is. Schools and everything. Robbins, Illinois. All them places. Ain't nothing going on in Dalton. Ain't nothing going on. The South suburbs is suffering and going broke, actually. The South suburbs is going down. What did I think about the Soldier Boy Council that he released a few years ago? Why did it fail, in your opinion? Because black people ain't about no business. Nobody put no money behind them. You was waiting on Asians and white people to put the money behind it. That's why. The black people don't have no organization to have the money to put the money behind it. Every dollar black people get, they go spend it with other corporations, Asian corporations, white corporations. So how you gonna sell a council when the main thing you want is the Benz? The main thing you want is a Cadillac. The main thing you want is somebody else's car, somebody else's coat, somebody else's clothes. Where the money gonna come from to support the brothers thing when all you do is buy other people's shit? Yeah, that's how black Americans do. All you do is buy other people's stuff. That's it. You don't do nothing for your people. When you talk about designer clothes, black designer clothes aren't number one. You didn't want to wear Carl Canal. You didn't want to wear cross colors. You didn't want to wear Fat Farm. You wanted to wear Gucci and Louis. How you gonna be an owner of a sports team and you don't own no gas station in your community? You know, these type of questions, like real make believe questions, way up in the air. No, those questions don't really help. Like make believe questions where you skip over one, two, three, four, and say, Pharaoh, do you think we can skip 1 to 10 and just go to 20? Because that's what that question is. Can we just jump to 20? You ever think we'll just jump to 20? And I'm like, you ever think we'll like own some gas stations? Maybe we should start there. You know, maybe we should start there. Maybe we should start. Will you own a gas station in your community before we jump to? You ever think we'll own a sports team? Not if you don't own no gas. No, no, not if you ain't got no phone. Those sports teams are sponsored by other businesses. You know, y'all don't know that, right? You do know all these real big businesses are sponsored by the smaller businesses. Go to the game and see who's really paying for it. Smaller businesses. If you don't got those smaller businesses, who gonna sponsor the big business? Show me a TV show that don't have commercials. So can you have a TV show without businesses to have commercials? No, you can't. You need the businesses to sponsor the small businesses, to sponsor the medium businesses, to sponsor the big corporations. If you don't got this, right? It's all good, Michael Lee. That was a good question. Anytime you ask a question and then I get to correct it, you're helping the community. So that was a great question. Listen, when y'all ask me a question and put me in a position where I got to clarify, you did a service to the community. So you did a service to the community by asking me that, because now you making me have to think, right? And you making me have to respond, and then the community learn from the response. If you don't ask that question, they never would have got that lesson. You see what I'm saying, Michael Lee? It ain't no right or wrong like that over here. There's no like wrong question. The question gonna stimulate thought because it could have been a question where I could have built on it this way, that way. Who knows, Michael? You know what I'm saying? When you teach a knowledge and a brother asks that, and then you can drop something on top of that, that makes it a perfect question. So don't apologize for that. That was a good ass question. A good question ain't necessarily based on nothing but does it create an answer? So a lot of times, a question that might say the wrong thing be the best questions. To me, like that's those questions like that are the best questions, Michael Lee. A lot of people don't understand that. The questions that make me have to dig in, because what you did, you may ask the question that made me have to dig in and think. So you ask me a question where I gotta think. If you don't ask me that question, I don't get to think. So now you ask me a question, I gotta think. Uh, right? See what I'm saying, Michael Lee? So when you ask me that question, I gotta think. And then I gotta say, okay, what's the answer? But if you don't ask me the question, I ain't gonna be able to think. Think about it. Without that question, I wouldn't be able to think of no response. See what I'm saying? So the question helps us. Because the question could have easily been something where I say, yeah, you're right. Ah. Yeah, it's like a think tank, yes. So it's not like you can't ask no wrong question unless the question's off subject. But any question you ask on subject can go any kind of way. And mind you, I'm not the expert. I'm just giving my opinion. My opinion is not like God. So that's another thing. So now my opinion could create a better opinion. Like I seen Pharaoh say this, but this, and this. So now somebody could build off of my response and can improve my response or find holes in my response, which is excellent. If you find something wrong with it, that's how we win. You know what I'm saying? If you find something wrong organically, that's excellent. If you're just trying to make up something wrong with it, you heard the conversation. So I didn't try to make up nothing wrong with what Michael asked. I just honestly said what I thought. I wasn't trying to prove him wrong. That's the difference. You have to be organic and really be answering what you think instead of competing. I wasn't trying to compete. I was trying to build off the question. So shit, that's a cold ass question. That's a shit. Without that question, Michael Lee, look, I don't get to say none of that. Think about it. I don't get to say nothing if listen, Michael, if you're not on a high level, I don't get to respond on a high level. I only can respond on a high level if you're on a high level. You ask me a high level question. So I gotta dig in. Basically. That's what I be wanting. I be wanting high level questions to try to see if I can figure it out. Because sometimes I might have to say, I don't know. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might have to say, I don't know. Michael, you know what I'm saying? So now if you ask me a question and I don't know, I'm damn sure gonna say, because sometimes you ask me a question and I gotta really think about it. Like, well, I don't know. I gotta think about that. I don't just blurt out. One thing I won't do, I don't blurt out answers. If it don't come, I'll be like, oh shit, I don't know. I gotta think about that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. That's the only way you can really be on some real knowledge. If you don't know, you're supposed to say you don't know. You ain't supposed to just make up no shit. And one thing about me, if I don't know and it don't really roll off my mind, I'm not finna create no answer. You know what I'm saying? I don't create answers. I gotta have the answer. Yeah, we gotta create jobs. Exactly. If you look at America, that's what they always talk about. Job creation. Watch, let's search it. Job creation. Let's see what it say. Now we don't know what this is gonna say. So let's see. A lot of times we be learning over here at the same time. Job creation is the process of generating new employment opportunities within an economic economy typically driven by business expansion, entrepreneurship, and strategic public or private investments. It is widely used as a core economic indicator to measure the health, growth, and overall vitality of a local or national market. See, that's deep. That's deep. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk about this. I got this. Got to be a whole conversation. Hold on. Yeah, this. Hold on. What I'm doing? Oh, there we go. This gonna have to be a whole conversation. This how I be coming up with my conversation. Ooh, look, it's a whole bunch too. Ooh, it's a whole bunch. Oh, this is a good conversation. 'Cause I don't know none of this. You know, I got to go study this stuff while I talk about it. People just be seeing me talking. I don't be knowing none of this stuff. I got to go look this stuff up. I can't just go and just start blabbing this stuff. I got to. Cities and state frequently establish economic development programs to attract. Okay. Yeah, I got to actually got to prepare to talk about these things. Yup. Creating jobs is very important, CJI, on my soul. On my soul, creating jobs is very important because where our kids going to work at? One of the main jobs we need to create is the construction and building. Like the people that build the roads and all that machinery, right? You know, the big roller that helps flatten the streets, the crane operator. That's where we really need to go. Here in Chicago, every so often they have where you can go for these training sessions for crane operator. It take you so many weeks. Then when you're done, you have to go to like somewhere else, like to one of these I forgot what it's called. You gotta go somewhere where you actually get the certificate. And then you could be a crane operator. So when they be building these highways and expressways and stuff, you can get a job. And see, the Mexicans and the whites, especially the white men, they the ones getting all those jobs. Yeah, heavy equipment. And they getting those jobs. Because I had a friend told me to go, but I'm too old to do that. You got to be a younger man. But you can go, and for each piece of equipment, there's specific training. You know what I'm saying? The only reason whites and Mexicans are getting the contracts because they're applying for them. If you apply for the contracts, you're going to get them. Black construction sites and stuff built the whole Obama library. Subcontractors. Yeah, you can get anything if you apply yourself. What they make you think is this some kind of discrimination, all that. No, that's not true. We not in the position to apply ourselves. Because if you apply yourself, they can't discriminate because that's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit. They can't just overlook you. They can overlook you for this job, but they can't overlook you for every job because you ever said, listen, we apply for all these jobs. That's a suit. That's a lawsuit. And the only reason young black men don't get into it because they don't know. They don't know. Frank Green. That's a fact. They don't know. That's an absolute fact. If you don't have no connect, nobody, how you gonna know that they got the classes on 75th Street? I know. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way you can know that they got the class on 75th Street. Like a friend of mine knew and called me and said they got the classes on 75th Street in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, Frank Green, is not knowing when the classes are. Because they'll have it like on some radio station or something, but you ain't listening to that radio station. The newspaper ain't big like that. And the TV don't tell you shit, Frank, do they? The local news, you got to be lucky to catch a local news to tell you. Like, there's really nowhere to get no information. It's crazy. Which, Frank, that'll be a good thing to get some social media accounts that just post all that kind of stuff. When are they going to have the crane operator training? Right? Right? Because they can have that stuff, but if there's nobody to tell, like that's like having a party. If I have a party, but you don't get the flyer, right? You ain't going to go. No. Young black men don't know about it, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It ain't that they don't go. Nobody knows about it. You say classes online, but nobody knows about the classes online. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You think I'm lying? Go show me. It's not nowhere. So what we would have to do, we would have to create the media where everybody know go here. So like I gotta write that down. We really need to get some social media accounts that just do that, right? We need, yeah. Let me write that down because that's something simple. Social media accounts for construction related classes and jobs. Because that's where the problem is at. You see what I'm saying? That's because where is that shit? Like I said, a friend of mine knew about it and called me. If she didn't call me, there is no way I would have knew about those classes. How? What's going to make you just go to some, you know what I'm saying? Just think about how much stuff you bump into on Instagram by mistake and start following. You knew nothing about it. Like, oh, wow, let me follow this. I'm on that, though. I'm on that. See, one thing about me, I'll be on it quick. That social media account is coming. Yeah, that's coming. I'm on that. I'm on that. Somewhere where you can go see all that. Because the companies, they'll definitely contact us if we have that. The training centers and all that. If they find out that there's somewhere where they could post their training stuff, they would definitely do it. Then all we have to do is just push, hey, follow this Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we can go get them. But we need to have a way for everybody to find out, where to apply, what's going on, what's available, what's the website, what's the website for those jobs. I don't know. Trust me, there's a website. Okay, hold on. Website for Chicago construction equipment training. See? For Chicago area construction equipment training, your best options include hands-on heavy machinery operation, union apprentice, and OSHA compliance safety certificate. So see, we'll post all of these websites. See, this is where we're slacking at. See? Because people say, oh, it's here and there. But do anybody know it is the issue. Can you show me how anybody knows this? Can you show me where you look? All-purpose heavy equipment training. Chicago Laborers District Council portal. Operating Engineers Local 150 ASIP. That's the one I was supposed to go to. The Construction Safety Council website. See, people like us got to get on this YouTube and find out these problems and make it happen. So now we have to make sure that young people know about all these sites because they definitely would go and they definitely don't know shit about them. And there ain't no way they're going to know. I got a cousin who just graduated from high school. I asked him, what's next? He said he was going to community college to study welding. Yeah, he's smart because that's where the jobs is, the trade skills and stuff like that. Anyway, that's it for tonight. We did accomplish something. We're going to get on that. sent the website to myself. I sent the Google search to myself because the Google search got a whole bunch of things that we can send everybody. This is one. Let's show some of them. This is one. Chicago laborers building a stronger workforce. This is one that we're going to show the youth, right? Here's another one that we're going to show the youth. There's another one that we're going to make sure the youth see. Apprenticeship and skill improvement program. We're going to get this out there. So at least they got a fighting chance. Here's another one that I'm going to make sure that the youth know about in Chicago. And then what we'll do is we'll have people in other states send them to us. We'll get more people involved. We probably need to come up with a name for accounts and let everybody get one from different states so other people can help. This one, Heavy Equipment Operator School for Illinois students, which these always have other websites. They can contact us today to schedule an on-site tour and receive $500 tuition reduction scholarship. See? So we end up having a very productive live. Here's another one. Let's show that one. So we end up having, by mistake, a very productive live. I will chop this off and make a video just with this. Or now, I would just do a whole video on this and I'll just do the whole thing tomorrow. Here's another great website, Chicago Society Council. Electric and safety free grant class. Look, hazard awareness and look, all free. Excavation dangers free grant class. So it's a class for you to get the grants and everything. Look, this is what they talk about. There's all kind of programs, but our people don't know about it. Our people don't know about it. Online training, virtual training. See, this is heavy. $4415 Harrison Street, Hillside, Illinois. Now, but you can do online training. So see, we got to get on our square. I'm with this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm with this. I'm with this. All right, so we own this, okay? This is a project. We own this. We own this. We own this tomorrow. And all week, we're on this. This will be something great for the youth, great for anybody. And we'll try to get everybody to do it in every state or city so that we can find out your information in your city. All right? So excellent. We did a good job today. We really stood on business today. Seriously. All right? Victory.